Hi there, this is your first video watching me. My name's Robert, and this channel is basically about my experience with epilepsy as well as adding a bit of poetry within it as well to kind of summarise up the video at the end. Now this one is about my first story and my first seizure. But before I actually explain that, what I would just like to explain is I may have been having seizures prior to this incident purely because my seizures are nocturnal. I only have them when I'm asleep, and since I've been having subsequent seizures, been aware of them, I feel that prior to that one, just by thinking back, these things have been happening before it was before I'd been diagnosed with epilepsy. Now this incident at hand was after a 9-day stint at work. I've been doing 9 days straight, and then I went to meet my current girlfriend at the time. I live in London. I went to Luton. Now normally when we meet up, we have a meet in a pub, get a fair few drinks. So just a time to go on this. This was about in my mid-20s. I'm now 34, so it's about 8 to 9 years ago. But yeah, normally when we meet up, have a fair few drinks, we go back to us, have a sleep. That's what we do. But this time, I was a bit more tired. And didn't really fancy, so just go to bed. We'll sort out in the morning. Now, the next thing I knew after we'd gone to sleep was coming to in the ambulance. And the first thing I remember is them saying, "Do you know where you are?" I'm still quite black, and at this time I wasn't really aware of much. And I said, "I'm in Blackheath." I said, "No, you're in Luton." I was like, "What?" And then the lights started to come on, and I started going, like, what's going on here? Now what I find quite amazing and quite strange is prior to that, I had got up, walked down the stairs, gone to the toilet, walked through the front door, gone out and walked into the ambulance. All this still completely unaware of. I still have no recollection of that. I find that quite strange. But within that moment, then I start kind of, okay, so tell me what's been going on then. They tell me that I've had a seizure, okay. But, and then I spent the majority of my Saturday, which was lovely, in a hospital. I was being poked and prodded and then finding out what had happened and just trying to making sure I was okay, which I was. And then I was referred later on to King's College. That story I'm going to, because I don't want the video to be too long, so that I'm going to explain a bit more of the full process in maybe part 2 or 3, because there's going to be a few parts to this one. Now, how I'd like to end this, as I'd like to end many of all these videos if possible, is with a little poem to sum up my first seizure experience. So this goes, let me know what you think. Waking up with that realisation, muscles feeling like the weight of a nation. Never before had I experienced this, the complete opposite to eternal bliss. Confusion clouded within that state. Thoughts come to mind, but then it's too late. The more I'm questioned, it's apparent to me that I now have epilepsy. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Please feel free to comment, like and subscribe, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much. You have a good day. Bye.